Do you realize that what you're doing is blowing the minds of people in medicine? There's one sports medicine expert that basically said that you chose to use this particular ankle brace or boot to look cool, and in doing so, it was rather risky.
Number one, I had a deltoid issue, not just the torn Achilles. So the ankle brace actually helps me to walk a little bit better. I will address something else that I saw where somebody said, this is not the 1950s, this is normal. Listen, there's nothing normal about how I'm attacking this rehab. There is common practices about 6 weeks in a boot, and I was in a shoe in like 13 days. This is just my mindset. I believe in the power of intention. I believe in prayer. I believe in the way that your mental status and power of will. I believe in making room for the miraculous to happen. And I'm not talking about a woo-woo type of spirituality. I'm talking about sometimes miracles are just doing things that people never thought was possible. My mantra has been, just because something has never been done doesn't mean it's not possible. It just hasn't been done yet. So the impossible often is looked at as miraculous. So when I say leaving room for miracles, it's leaving room to do something that hasn't been done before.
Hell yeah. You just said some gospel right there, pal. There were some bars you just stacked up back to back to back.
There's no way, right? Like, there's no way.
Attention,
the second
Josh.
I saw that interview, because I watched it, and the second I heard him just talk about it, I knew what the intro for today's show was going to be. But there's no way that, like, right?
It's all attention, Josh. It's all just the media attention. That's all it is. That's all it is, Josh.
That said, maybe my favorite thing I've ever heard him say was what was the? I'm trying to think of exactly what it was. It was sometimes miracles are things that people think are impossible or something like that. Like that was a hell of a line. But neither way, like there's no shot.
No. And even if he does, dude, he's not going to be at 100%, and he could just make it worse.
Yeah.
He could. I don't see him playing this year, but what's up, boys? Welcome back to Burns and Berman. We're back on here. It's 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. And for the first time this year, we are previewing a Thursday night game where one of our teams is playing in it.
Yes.
Yeah. So one of us gets to have a stress-free Sunday. You don't. I get to. Thank God.
Oh no, this is one of the most stressful weeks. It's Steelers week.
Oh yeah, it's Steelers week. So you're gonna be stressing your balls off on Sunday, but I'll be okay.
And
I'll be okay.
We were gonna be joined by my friend Noah. He has a test that he has to make up that he's doing right now. He has not gotten back to me about whether or not he will be able to get here late. But
school first, always. School first.
School
first, but
yeah, it does sound like anything is going to play on Sunday. But let's actually jump right into the Ravens because Burns, we're getting healthier.
There you
Marlon
go.
Humphrey, Odell Beckham Jr., Rashad Bateman, Keaton Mitchell, and Jalen Armour-Davis all returning to practice today. That does not mean they will all play this week, but Marlon Humphrey in particular, who got injured in training camp, this is the first time he has practiced since that injury. So at the very least, that is a significant step in the right direction. Odell and Bateman, they were never looked at as injuries that would keep them out too long. It's been 2 weeks, so I would assume if they're not back this week, they'll definitely be back next week. That said, we are in Lincoln next week, so that might fuck with some things with him.
You're defeating the injury bug.
Keaton Mitchell. I don't know how many of you guys even know who this is. He's an undrafted rookie running back. I am telling you, there was a vibe that Gus Edwards gave, because he was also undrafted, that he gave in his rookie year in the preseason. It was like, okay, this guy might be like legit good. And then we stashed him on the practice squad for the first half of the year. And then actually it was the same game that Lamar's first start against Cincinnati. Gus Edwards played that game with him because I believe it was Alex Collins was out that game. I think it was Collins. It might have been Buck Allen. It's one of the two. Neither way. He comes in, never looks back. He has a job the rest of the year. I'm telling you, I get the exact same vibes from Keaton Mitchell. Most of you guys probably don't even know who he is.
That's good.
I'm telling you to remember that name because I think he can be really, really, really good. Really good. And then
that's good, Joshua. I think that
we're getting healthier.
I think that you guys, the Ravens, I mean, dude, even with all the injuries that you had, even with everything going on, that you guys will be perfectly fine and that there's no really issue with the Ravens. Obviously, you had the fucking injury bug and it sucked, but what'd you do? You still win. You still win, and that's going to continue, at least I believe, this week against the Steelers, because the The Steelers are kind of a train wreck themselves. And this morning, when I was on Stop the BS, which comes out at 7 p.m. tonight, if any of you guys want to listen to it, we talked a lot about the Houston Texans today.
Mm-hmm.
A lot about them. And a lot of good. A lot of good about the Houston Texans. Because I said, there's two teams that shock you every year. Every year, there's always two teams who aren't supposed to be that good in the NFL, and somehow they end up turning it around, and they're pretty damn good. And those two teams right now are the LA Rams and the Houston Texans.
Houston, what CJ Stroud is doing right now is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. It's not real. And I mean,
he has one healthy offensive lineman.
When was the last time that you saw a rookie quarterback do this? Like
Herbert.
When was the last time? Herbert,
but it was not with.
But Herbert had a whole
offensive
squad
lineman.
around him.
Right. That's the difference. That is the difference.
When have you seen a rookie quarterback do this and change an entire team?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
And I remember saying during the offseason that I liked
it.
Yeah, Dak did do it. Dak, but also
actually, until he got injured. You know, the most recent one until he got injured early in that season was Deshaun Watson in Houston. People forget how good he was.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson did great.
And then he got hurt in practice that year. But
this is one thing. This is one thing that Houston is very good at is developing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You had Watson. Davis Mills, we're not really going to count him. But even when Davis Mills played, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't like ridiculously horrible.
He wasn't good.
He wasn't good, but he wasn't absolutely just terrible. But now you look at CJ Stroud and this kid, who I was saying before the draft, I honestly liked him a little bit more than Bryce Young. I honestly did.
I did not, but it was nothing against him. It was just that I like Bryce a little better.
It's just
the only
we
quarterback I
expected Bryce Young. If either of these two quarterbacks was going to do what CJ Stroud is doing in Houston right now, everybody would have said Bryce Young.
Yep.
Everyone. And
Myself
Bryce
included.
Young is the one struggling instead, and it blows my fucking mind. It really does.
By the way, that does not make him a bust. It's played 3
No,
games.
it does not. No, it does not.
Right.
It's
he has not played well.
Yeah. But also, that's another thing. I don't know if you wrote it down or not that we got to talk about is Carolina. They're looking around right now.
Yeah, I made a video on it.
Yeah,
actually,
they're looking around.
Best video I've had in a minute in terms of views wise. But I'll put it down right here. I haven't put it down, but Carolina is looking for a legit wide receiver one, and it is their number one priority. And the video I made about it was talking about how T. Higgins makes.
I've heard T. I've also heard Jerry Jeudy. I've heard Courtland Sutton.
Yeah.
T.
Higgins though makes so much sense.
You know, Chicago, we got a guy for him.
Yeah,
we got a guy for him.
Went to Maryland.
If they want him, no, not DJ. We got another guy for him. And I think you know his name. We got another guy that they would just love out there. They'd love him.
Second round pick. They don't have a first.
Number 32. He was the 32nd overall pick in this year's NFL draft.
He was.
Mr. Chase Claypool. And they could have him. They could Venmo me $5 and they could have Chase Claypool.
Claypool's going to get cut.
Yeah, no, he's going to get cut. He's done. And I saw Nico on Twitter talking about Claypool, and he's like, for some reason, he said that he has a weird feeling that Belichick's going to be like, oh, I could fix him.
I 1,000,000% could see that.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just makes,
they need a
it
receiver.
Makes sense.
They need a receiver.
It does. They do, and it makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, dude, Chase Claypool's a fucking bum when it comes down to it at the end of the day. He sucks. And it's not even like a mean thing to say. Like the guy's just, and he's been a tool. That's the thing. It's not just on the field. He's been a tool. The whole offseason, he goes silent and he says, oh, I'm working out. Don't worry. I just don't like the post-workout videos. But then he goes out on the field and he just sucks. He just sucks. He's straight up just bad. He had that one touchdown catch against the Bucs, which that was a beautiful ball from Justin Fields, but he just looks like he has no love out there. He has no love for the game.
Looks like he doesn't care.
Yeah, no, he has no care. No care, no love for the game at all. When he was out there week 1, he was fucking sleepwalking on the field.
Yep.
And I can't believe it.
And
I
the Richardson,
can't
I think
believe it.
has been great, but he's been great, but I think he's been
AR, we all knew that he was
inaccurate.
going to be the guy. He was going to be the guy
Inaccurate, but
where
he's
you
making
need the
plays.
work.
Yeah.
Where with him, you're going to have to work out a lot of kinks with him. You're going to have to work out a lot. But once you get him, because
Gotta
that
keep
was the
healthy.
craziest thing. He was such a wild prospect.
Yeah.
Because he had so many highlights, and his highlights were unreal.
Unbelievable.
But so many lowlights at the same exact time. But once he gets it all fixed and figured out, man, that kid's going to be special. I said he's either going to be a top 10 quarterback for the next couple of years in the NFL, or the guy's going to suck. And there was no in between. And Indy was one of those teams where they needed to take a risk on somebody. And I'm very happy that they went with Richardson because they needed a risk.
Yeah.
After years of, what were all the quarterbacks that played there? Carson Wentz, Phillip Rivers.
Where, Indy?
Yeah. Matt Ryan. Brissett. Who am I forgetting?
Sam Ellinger and Nick Foles.
Sam Ellinger. Nick Foles. Yeah. All these, besides like Brissett and Ellinger, all these old, washed up quarterbacks that they just signed to sign, basically, because they needed somebody to play quarterback. Now they finally got their guy.
Patriots in the Super Bowl. Nick Foles beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl is never going to be like, it's just, the fact that actually happened is insane.
Could we just, you know what? That's a good thing to talk about.
Though.
Hold on. First with Nick Foles.
Okay.
You go and beat Philly. I mean, you go and beat New England in the Super Bowl. And then you get a huge contract from the Jaguars, which you go there and obviously you suck because you're still a backup quarterback at the end of the day.
He got injured in week 1.
You know, he did. And then he just wasn't good from there because then he comes to Chicago still on that same contract. Huge deal. And of course, out of all teams, the Bears pick him up. And he sucks.
He was never good.
He sucks. No, he wasn't. He was only good in the Super Bowl and in the playoffs.
In 2013.
It was one of those miracle runs. Have you ever seen the movie? Have you ever seen the movie The Replacements?
I've not seen it, but it's on the list of movies I need to watch.
Okay, you should. I watched it the other night. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. Because he's literally the quarterback of The Replacements, basically. Just gets extremely lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Bill Belichick always has something up his sleeve, doesn't he? So,
yep, man, I saw this.
So Christian Gonzalez is out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And that is such a massive loss. I predicted him to win Defensive Rookie of the Year this year. He was well on his way to doing it. He was unbelievable to start this season. And now he is down for the season. So what do?
J.C. Jackson.
INT from the University of Maryland. A man who was an undrafted rookie went into New England.
Your Terps, they got a big game on Saturday.
Massive. They came so close to beating Ohio State last year.
Yeah, big game.
They can do it. But undrafted rookie for New England, gets a little more playing time. All of a sudden, he's Mr. INT and he's a ball hawk. He then gets absolutely paid by the Chargers. He sucks in LA. He was a healthy scratch in the last 2 games for the Chargers. He's one of the highest paid corners in football in that contract. 2 years in, he is a healthy scratch. So Bill Belichick, doing what he did for Dante Hightower back in the day, says, we'll take him back. We'll take him. And it's the low risk move. It's a pick swap of 6th and 7th round picks. So if this doesn't work, who cares? If this works,
who cares?
It's Bill Belichick. You know,
it is Bill Belichick.
It's a low risk, massive high reward to fill in for a guy that was unbelievable to start the season. Christian Gonzalez, that is a massive loss, and this is a guy that they're looking to replace a guy who I don't care only played 4 games. Based on what we saw, is a number 1 corner. He's probably a top 20, top 15 corner in the NFL already, and that's who you're asking him to replace. So it's a tall task, but we've seen him do it in New England.
It is, and I got a rant, Josh.
All right.
I got a quick rant because we talked about Maryland a little bit, and it's about college football.
How the fuck they're not ranked?
There's a big issue with college football, and it's been like this for fucking years. Years and years and years and years and years. The SEC bias right now in the top 25 is fucking unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Just look at this shit. Number one, why is Georgia number one in the country?
Because they're Georgia.
They have played cupcake schools and struggled with cupcake schools. I would put Michigan above them. I would put Texas above them. I put Ohio State above them. They have a better quality win. They have a way better quality win. But you know what? The top 7, top 8, top 9, it is what it is. Let's look towards the bottom of the rankings. How in the world is LSU at 3-2 still in the rankings?
Above Maryland, who is 5-0.
Maryland. It blows my mind. It seriously blows my mind because here's the thing, right? In Kentucky's 5-0. They haven't played anybody fucking good. What makes Kentucky's 5-0 better than Maryland's 5-0? Because they're in the SEC. That's what makes it better.
If Maryland loses to Ohio State, they're never going to get ranked. But if they win...
No. They'll never enter the rankings.
And if they win, they're going to be like top 15, top 10, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's literally just the SEC bias is unreal from the top 25, from the national rankings, from everything. Like, are they even in any poll right now? Like, I'm looking right now. No. CBS Sports rankings. Let's see. Maryland's 24 on the CBS rankings, but AP and coaches. No Maryland.
Ridiculous.
No Maryland at all. And you know what school looks really fucking good and they have a good game and they're getting no press right now because they're number 24 when they should be even a little bit higher?
Yeah.
Fresno State. They've been unreal, dude. They have been awesome this year. But I don't understand it. And it pisses me off so much. It really does. It pisses me off so much because so many other teams deserve to be in the top 25 and they're just not. They just get thrown aside like they're fucking nothing because they're not an SEC school.
Right.
And honestly, at this rate, the Big Ten is giving them a run for their money this year. So is the Pac-12.
Pac-12, definitely.
The Pac-12 is, yes, the Pac-12 is the best conference in football. And speaking of college football, moving over to USC, because I want to talk about them as well. I ever since the Bears hit number 1, I've heard all this bullshit about what's it called?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams this, Caleb Williams that, not staying there. They're not. I don't think that USC is going to make the playoff this year. I really don't. Their defense is terrible.
Okay.
Their defense is literally like one of the worst defenses in college football. They're that bad. Caleb Williams carries that entire team on his shoulders. So tell me, Josh, why?
Jonathan
if you're
Taylor,
Caleb Williams,
participant in practice, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that.
Wow.
Why Caleb Williams would stay at USC next year after they don't make the playoff, and even if they do, they're going to get fucking smoked by any of those teams. They'll get killed by Texas. They'll get killed by Michigan. They'll probably get killed by Georgia. Just because their defense sucks, not Caleb Williams. None of this blame is going on him. So why in the world
it is an interesting debate.
Would he sit there and say, you know what, I'll stay at USC another year when he could go to the NFL no matter what team is at number 1? They will treat him like he is a fucking king. And they will give him any resource he wants, whatever he wants.
I'll play devil's
that
advocate.
Good of a prospect.
I'll play devil's advocate, but I'll tell you that I agree that he should enter the draft because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to get what you're going to get injured in that senior year. You never know, and your stock is gone, and there you go. Yeah. But NIL is a thing, and he is the highest paid athlete right now in terms of NIL money. He's number 100%. 1. So, because of that world that we're now in, he is not taking that much, if any, of a pay cut by staying in college another year. So money-wise, it's there. But then also, you look at the Chicago Bears track record with developing quarterbacks. This is obviously assuming the Bears are the number 1 pick. And you have seen that the organization has had 2 top 10. Was Fields' top 10 pick? He was, right? Or was he 11?
12.
12. Okay. Still, 2 high first-round picks in the last decade that they have spent on a quarterback, and neither of them have worked. So,
Sure.
when you look at that, he then would say, why would I want to go there? And that would be the reason. I think he should go. I would think it would be the wrong move, but I think that is the argument. That is the reason.
But then
And
here's
I
also
understand
another
where
question,
you're
right?
coming from there.
Right. Hold on, Josh. What if it's Vegas? What if it's Denver? What if it's I don't even know who else I'd throw in there.
Those
Minnesota's
teams don't
down
have
there
a
right now. But
recent
no.
track record of failing at developing quarterbacks.
What about the New York Giants? Yes. Yeah. So let's say it's not the Bears. Let's say the Bears somehow are not the number 1 overall pick.
Right.
You go there in a heartbeat, right?
Yes.
You go there in a heartbeat, and I think even with the Bears,
It's
with
just
the new
track record.
coaching staff,
Which, by
and
the
with the
way, we haven't gotten
GM.
into it, but if Eberflus is going to get fired during the season, it's going to happen if they lose tomorrow. And if they
Yeah,
don't
no, it's on
lose-
Friday. It's on Friday.
But
Yeah.
if it doesn't happen on Friday, it's not going to happen for a long time, if at all, during the season. That's my
Yeah.
prediction.
No. 100%.
If it does not,
I
if it
agree
does
with you.
not happen after this Thursday's game, I don't think it'll happen during the season. And if it does, it won't happen until December.
Yeah. I don't see a world where he stays in college another year just because
I don't either.
there's nothing for him at USC. After this
Well, there
year,
is,
there's
but it's not
What's there for
more
him?
than what the
What's
NFL
there?
offers.
what's there for him?
First of all, I think you're still underrating that USC team. They absolutely have a chance to make a run.
I really don't think so, dude. Their defense is that bad. Their defense is not good at all. You look at all these games, they haven't been blowing these fucking teams out because their defense can't hold it
We
down.
watched them
for
do the Colorado game. I know.
Yeah, once they play a real team, because look, I still don't even count Colorado as a real fucking team. Dion made that team better, but they're still not good.
They're a good team. They're not a great team.
But once you actually play, let me look at their schedule real quick, right? USC. No, I don't want to see their fucking admission rate. I want to see them. Once they play Notre Dame, it's over. It's over.
When do they play Notre Dame?
Next Saturday in Notre Dame. It's over right there. It's done. Sam Hartman is going to tear apart that defense. And Caleb Williams won't be able to keep up. Because Notre Dame's a program. Because look, Lincoln Riley's an offensive head coach. We all know this.
I love his system, though.
He's an offensive mastermind, but he doesn't have a clue in his head for defense. He doesn't have a clue.
We'll see.
Huh?
I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And then they play Utah. And then they play Cal, whatever. But then they play Washington.
Best
And then
name
they
for
play
a
Oregon.
team of all time, by the way, the Utah Utes.
Utah
Love it.
Utes.
I love that so much. That they're the
That's a
Utah
good name.
Utes. I think it's
Dude, a lot
hilarious.
of good team names in college football.
I really think that's so funny, though. They're the Utah Utes.
I love
Always
Stanford.
loved that.
I love Stanford. Their mascot, dude, just a fucking tree. Like, imagine that, dude. Your mascot's just a fucking tree, and it looks weird, too.
Yeah.
Their mascot looks weird, but it's just a tree. What's your favorite mascot in the NFL?
In the NFL, I honestly think we have one of the best, but Minnesota's good. Oh, you mean the actual like mascot?
Yeah. The actual
Oh,
guy.
blue.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
The Colts
He's
mascot.
pretty cool.
He
The
is-
Jaguars guy is pretty cool, too.
Jackson DeVille is a legend.
Yeah,
Jackson
he is.
DeVille and blue.
I like the Panthers guy, too.
What's his name? Sir Purr.
Sir Purr. That's baller. That's baller right there. Who's your favorite mascot in all of sports, though?
Well, Benny the Bull.
Yeah, duh. You gotta say that, dude. Benny's a legend.
Gritty. Gritty is funny. I don't care at all about hockey, but
Gritty, dude. That's literally the perfect Philadelphia mascot.
Yes.
It was perfect. Like, everybody hated it when he first came out, but then they're like,
isn't that Benny the Bull guy retiring though?
he did. The guy retired.
How long was he the one doing it for?
I don't know. Years.
Do you even know?
Years.
That is the only reason why I know that it's Sir Purr.
Years. But dude, what Benny the Bull does, like, it's like the guy could probably only do it until he's like 40.
Yeah.
Because Benny does some wild shit at Bulls
Yeah.
games. I go to a decent amount of Bulls games. I like going to the Bulls games. Who's? Oh yeah, you're like a Phoenix Sun fan, right?
No, I don't have a team.
I remember you like had that whole thing where you were picking.
Yeah, that was
NBA
for
team.
that lasted a solid like 2 months.
Yeah, you should really
Yeah,
find like an NBA team.
I couldn't like choose a team to get loyal to just because Baltimore doesn't have a team. So like, I can't even do it with the Wizards. So it was just like, yeah. So I just have players that I like. I don't have a team. I just don't have a team in the NBA.
What about hockey?
I don't care at all about hockey, but the Caps. But I don't care at all about hockey. I don't watch it at all.
Dude, hockey's so fun.
I know
it's so fun. I'm shocked that you. I thought that you'd be one of those guys who has a favorite team in every single sport, regardless if you watch it or not.
Well,
I feel like that's more Michael. I feel like that's more Michael though. I feel like Michael 100%. He has a favorite team in every single sport, even if he watches it or not.
Right, but he's losing that. I think over time.
He is. Oh yeah. When you're a kid, you have a favorite team in every single sport, and you watch it. Oh, y'all messing with playoff baseball? I watched the Brewers lose yesterday. That was cool. I watched the Brewers lose yesterday. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, but I could really care less unless the Cubs are in it.
Game 1 of the ALDS in Baltimore will be on Saturday at 1 p.m.
Are you going?
I would like to go. Now, it's either that or I'm going to try. And if not, I'm not going to go to game 2 because that game 2 is on Sunday, same time or same thing as Ravens Steelers. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, football.
Game 5, however, would be an elimination game in Baltimore on a Friday night.
Oh, that would be pretty rowdy. But hopefully you don't go there. Hopefully you don't.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, if we get to that,
I think that you should go on Saturday. Be his luck.
I'm going to try.
Money comes back, playoff games down.
Right.
That's the mentality always. Like, dude, I remember when the Bulls made the playoffs against the Bucks. I'm like, I'll shell out $120 and I'll send the bleeds to go and watch. Just go and say that I've been to a Bulls playoff game,
Yeah.
And the Bulls got fucking smoked, and they were down 30 points in the first half to the Milwaukee Bucks.
And the thing that people don't realize, and I've said it a lot, is Baltimore is a baseball city. It really is. It always has been. Ever since the Colts left, there is an attachment with the Orioles that this city has.
Yeah.
That when they are winning, which is what they've done this year, and a lot of it, there is a buzz in Baltimore that the Ravens have to go to the Super Bowl to replicate. It is
100%
unbelievable. Everybody in this city is talking about the O's. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so exciting to see.
I do have one problem with playoff baseball, though. Because right now, as we're live, Joshua.
Yes.
As we are on the air right now at 2:57 on a Wednesday, the Texas Rangers and the Tampa Bay Rays are in the top of the 4th inning right now.
When we play the winner of that series, who's winning right now?
The Rangers are up 1-0. Okay. But Joshua, why in the world, please tell me, why as a sport would you ever put a playoff game of your sport at 2 p.m.
on
a Tuesday and Wednesday? Isn't that just like unbelievable? You know what? People who are against baseball, like shortening their season, shorten it a little bit so that now when you get to the playoffs, you can make them all a night game. Yeah. Like, that's just the dumbest shit that I've ever heard. You know? And if the Cubs were in the playoffs, I'd fucking skip school and I'd be watching the Cubs right now. Right now, if the Cubs were playing in a playoff game right now, we would not be doing the show and I'd be watching the Chicago Cubs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But that's just like the Rays attendance. The Rays attendance, obviously, they've never had good attendance, and they never will. I don't know why they're staying in St. Pete and not building a stadium near Tampa, but it's like 19,000 people
for a playoff game.
Yeah, lowest attendance in over 100 years.
There's no other games going on tonight in any sport. It's the playoff.
No, they're talking about the MLB games.
I know.
I'm talking. I just don't know why they wouldn't just stretch out.
No,
the playoffs.
This is what he's saying. He's saying this is the reason. And
Well, what
there's
about
no
this?
other
What
place
about
to
this?
go.
Ready? Instead of having 4 games in one day, you make it so Tuesday, there's 2 games, 2 game ones. One of them starts at like 5:30, and the other one starts at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then you
Right.
play the other 2 game ones the next day. And then you play the other game 2s the next day, and then you play the other game 2s the next day.
Like how the NBA does it.
Yes, that makes no sense to have a playoff
really
game
doesn't.
at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. A playoff game,
No
the
sense.
biggest game in your sport, and the MLB wonders why it doesn't pull the numbers they do.
Yeah.
You wonder why. Like, look, if you're playing a regular season game, since there's 162 of them, play a day game during the week when everybody's at school
They
or
do.
work, whatever. They do. That's fine. But the fucking playoffs,
It's unbelievable.
dumbest shit in the entire world.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Do you want to get into my power rankings for the week?
sure.
All right. Here's my realization. Everyone's mid. The entire league. Honestly, numbers 10 through 26, you could put it in any order you want.
No, you
honestly. But here you go. These are the rankings. And honestly, I'm telling you, numbers 10 through 26, if you want to put them in any order, I do not care. But this is after a long time of flip-flopping and going back and forth. This is what I came up with. And I like it, but it's so like, this is the first time ever where I just like ignored how much teams moved up and down to last week because I just needed to get a ranking in.
How did Detroit drop?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have no idea. There's no reason.
Just
There's
there's no
absolutely no
reason.
reason.
Like,
No.
Detroit
They
looked
look
really
great.
good. How did Green Bay go? Oh, they went down 3. Okay, I was
went
about
down.
to say. Okay, I thought they went up for a second. I was like, the fuck?
No,
But
like, there's no reason why Detroit should have moved down. There's no reason why Miami should have moved down 5 spots instead of like 2 or 3.
dropped Cincy 6 spots. That's deserved.
That one's deserved.
And the Bears stay in last place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
What's it
even
called?
Denver moving up 3, not deserved. But the Panthers,
Yeah.
Cardinals, and Giants, I just think are worse than them. It has nothing to do with the Broncos or anything that they have shown.
I'm shocked that you didn't put the Giants at 31.
I almost did.
You should have. They are that bad. They are
I
really
came close.
that bad, Josh.
I came
Like,
close.
Yeah,
I
the
thought about it.
Giants. That team. You remember?
I don't know how I looked at that
I might have
roster
told you
and
about it. I might have told you about it. How I said going into the season that Daniel Jones is the easiest quarterback to figure out in all football.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
He's so basic, most basic fucking guy ever. And look at what the NFL did. It took him 1 off season.
Yep.
And they figured it out. And you know what? You know what I will say about Daniel Jones, what I do like about him? Is he gives me a lot of faith in life. Because if a guy who plays football like that can get paid $40 million a year,
There's
I
hope.
could do something with my life and I could get
There
paid a
is
lot
hope.
of money too.
There is hope.
There is hope for us, Josh. We can
there
get paid, baby. We can make
Yes.
the big bucks.
Yes.
You think that we get paid $40 million a year?
Sure.
Oh, they could throw me and you behind that offensive line. We might get sacked 20 times, but you know what? We'll have fun doing it and we'll get paid. We'll have fun doing it.
Yeah.
We can do it, guys. That offensive line is atrocious too. They're just bad. Seattle in the top 10. I like that. I like to see that.
Here's the thing. It was tough to rank 1 through 8, and it was tough to rank 10 through 26. But I feel very good at Seattle being number 9, no higher, no lower. Like, I just think that's the perfect spot.
Yeah.
No higher, no lower. Seattle's number
That's
9.
perfect. That's perfect. This
They
team won't
just-
win a
that's
Super Bowl,
perfect.
but they'll make the playoffs. That's perfect. And dude,
No
San
higher, no
Francisco, and you got the Cowboys at 4. That's going to be a hell of a game on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, it is.
That's
And
going to
they
be a hell
match
of
up
a
against
game.
each other so well.
They do.
Actually, it's so
this-
badly because they both are like the nightmare matchup for each other.
Yeah. I think the Niners have already proved themselves, but this is a big prove-it game for Dak Prescott and those Dallas Cowboys.
Especially because this is the team that eliminated you in the playoffs the last 2 years in a row in San Francisco.
Yeah.
2
This
years in a
is
row,
this
San
is a
Francisco has been
big
the team
prove-it
that has
game.
sent you home.
Yeah. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to be a fun one. Wow. Only dropped Pittsburgh 3 spots. Wow.
Again, like it's just like it was them or the Colts, them or the Saints, them or the Jets, and it was just like I guess them. Yeah, that's kind of how it worked out.
Yeah. Also, random question for everybody in chat. Do you guys watch us on like your phone or like computer, TV? I'm just curious
Yeah, that's
because
an
I feel like
interesting question.
that is an interesting question. I just want to see like how do you guys watch this?
I feel like this is
Laptop,
a laptop show. That's what I would do.
PC?
I
Okay.
would watch on. I feel like this is a laptop show.
Yeah, if we had better production, this would be like a TV. This would be like you
Yeah.
throw it on the TV.
Not there
you know?
yet. Not there yet. But we'll get there.
Yeah, phone. A lot of people on the phone, iPad. Okay. I was just wondering.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also, dude, it's just wild because hey, the show's starting to grow more and more,
Yeah.
and it is awesome to see all you guys in here. It really is,
Yeah.
and we appreciate it a lot.
Did you
man.
make a
The
video
show.
about this? Because I did not.
I literally threw up a story post at 2:22.
Yeah, but we've had
At 2:22, and we
consistent-
still have a bunch of you guys in here.
consistent 40+ viewers the whole stream.
The entire stream, and we
Yeah.
appreciate it. What else should we talk about, man? What else before we get into Thursday Night Football?
Okay. Well, let's do what we did kind of last week. What did the chat think? Any topics that we didn't talk about yet? Anything? Well, actually, before we go away, any other things that jump out to you on the power rankings?
Any other things? I like Indy at 20. I think that's a good spot for them. No, I like it.
All right.
I think it's good. Oh, that's perfect.
Who did? CMC?
Yeah, who did? It had to be CMC. Well,
CMC
no,
was there,
Justin was saying, what's it called? For Justin, there was also a thing like FedEx's Air Player of the Week. I think that could have been Justin.
Lamar Jackson,
could've
the
been
first
Justin.
quarterback to ever win that ground player of the week at quarterback.
Really?
Justin Fields did that too. But that
Yeah,
Lamar
Justin Fields
was the
did too.
first one to ever win air and ground player of the week in the same week.
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
wild, dude. Lamar's MVP season was unreal. He was a
2019
beast,
Lamar
dude.
Jackson is the
And he still is a
I've-
beast right now. He's
I've
fucking
never
insane,
seen a
dude.
player break the NFL for a full season. That's what Lamar did.
Lamar did.
Lamar literally broke the league
Yeah,
for a
it's
full
nuts.
season.
And
With
Thursday Night
Seth
Football,
Roberts, Billy
it is.
Snead, and Hollywood Browns as wide receivers.
Yeah, Washington. The game on Thursday. It is in DC. It's not in
Yes.
Chicago. I would be there if it was in Chicago. I will be at the Bears Panthers Thursday night game in Chicago, but not this one. Dude, that's gonna suck
the Bears
balls.
Panthers.
That game's gonna be such a shit
That's
show.
wild.
If there's any game all year that's gonna end in a tie, it's right there.
The Ravens have 4 primetime games this year, and only one of them are at home. It's Cincinnati on Thursday night.
No way, only one of them's at home.
But then we have Jacksonville, San Francisco, and what's the other one? There's one more that's on the road. The Chargers? Yes.
The Chargers.
Chargers, Niners, and Jaguars are all on the road. The Niners are on Christmas. Yeah. Niners, Christmas, Ravens, Niners. But
Dude,
all three of
I
them are
love
on
that.
the road.
I love the Christmas games. I love them. I love
Then we
them. They
do
just
have,
started doing them a couple years ago, really.
yeah.
They did.
Week
Did I tell you about
17
what I'm doing on New Year's Eve? I mean, on
No.
Christmas Eve?
No.
Christmas Eve. So the Bears play at home. And usually when the Bears play at home, they play at noon on Christmas Eve.
Right.
And we just get to go to the game, and then we come home and have Christmas Eve dinner after that.
Mhm.
Do you celebrate Christmas at all as a Jew?
No.
Like you don't do anything for Christmas at
I
all?
wish, my whole life, I've been telling my family that, just 1 year. Just 1 year.
Just 1 year, just do
they think it's
Christmas?
the funniest thing.
Christmas is like the best day ever. Do you go and see movies on Christmas Eve or on Christmas?
No,
These aren't those like the only things open. It's like either Chinese food or go
Chinese
and see a
food
movie.
is a big thing.
Do you eat Chinese food on Christmas?
That's a big thing with Jews. I don't do it, but a lot of
Yeah, because I
families
got
do.
some Jew friends that they celebrate
A
Christmas.
lot of families do that.
Yeah. I got some Jew friends that they celebrate Christmas. They don't celebrate the actual holiday itself, but they just like give gifts and do shit
Yeah.
like that with their kids. Well, I'm pretty surprised. But you do Hanukkah, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What are you asking for Hanukkah?
I mean, our real celebration is just is the 24-hour stream every year that we've done the last 2 years in a row. We're gonna do that again. But
Oh,
because the
yeah?
Ravens are playing on Christmas and it's the night game, we're doing the 25th to the 26th this year because it's going to be
Gotcha.
because of the Ravens game.
Yeah, you don't want to be dead tired watching that fucking game.
No, that's gonna be the
Also,
that's
a lot
gonna
of
be
respect for a 24-hour stream, dude. That shit is exhausting.
It's fun though.
It's fun, but you get so
It is.
tired.
Last year, me and Michael
do.
fell asleep. Both of us at one point in the stream.
Really?
2 years ago, we both made it.
I've tried to. It's rough. I'll stop by.
Sure.
No, that would be Christmas Day. Fuck, if you were doing it on the 24th, then I would be tailgating at Soldier Field.
No, it's not. It's the 25th into the 26th.
Oh no, but I was gonna say on Christmas Eve because I'll be tailgating at Soldier Field if you were doing it on the 24th. So I would have fucking called you up and said, "Hey, buddy," that would have been fun. But what's it called? What do you ask for? What do you usually get for Hanukkah? Like, what do you ask for?
Well, it depends on if there's anything I want. Like if there's something.
What'd you get last year?
Last year I needed a new phone, so we just got it then.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
These the one thing that I asked for Christmas because my mother actually asked me today, like, is there anything that you would want? Connor Bedard Blackhawks jersey. That's the only thing that I asked for. I need one. And I don't want to.
My next jersey that I need is Roquan. That's the jersey.
You lucky motherfucker. I could give you a Roquan signed jersey. I'll sell it to you.
I need a Raven one.
Yeah, I know. I got a Bears one. I got
Agent Zero.
Yeah, dude.
I
That
need
would
a
be
black
sick.
Roquan jersey. That's what I need.
I'm gonna get the red one. I'm gonna get the red.
I have a lot of
Connor
purple
Bedard.
ones. I need a black one.
Dude, that's the thing about hockey, though. And I know you're not into hockey, but they got some of the best jerseys in sports. A lot of great hockey jerseys. And they're not really like jerseys. They're like sweaters, you know?
Mhm.
Well, because it's cold as hell out there. But wow. So Christmas Eve, this year it's not good. Because the Bears and the Cardinals play at 3:00.
Woo!
But I'm literally skipping Christmas Eve dinner. Me, my dad, my sister, and my grandfather. We're skipping Christmas Eve dinner to go to the Bears game.
Nice.
Regardless of how good they are, regardless of how bad they are, we're going.
I respect it. Tyson Campbell in particular is a dog and was unbelievable last year too. Andre Sisco's playing well this year, but Tyson Campbell in particular has been slept on for 2 years. There is another Ravens potential primetime home game. But the problem is they stack all of our primetime games. We have 4, and they're in like a 6-week span. So, but during that span, one of the games that is not a primetime game is week 17, New Year's Eve, Ravens-Dolphins.
Yeah, that'll be a primetime game. That will be a primetime game.
But then they would probably have to unflex one of our other ones.
Yeah, that'll be a primetime game though, 100%.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, unless they want to have us on primetime like 5 times in 6 weeks, they would then take out one of the other ones.
Yeah. No, they probably will. But that should be on there 100%. That's a banger game right there, Joshua.
Last year.
Yeah, last year that was a feisty game between you two. That was fun. That was a good time.
Lead
I don't know, dude. I'm excited for that part of the football season.
Yeah.
Like, the Bears are going to suck. And our season will be over. But no school. Be at home. It's Christmas time. It's holiday season. And then we got... You see, here's the thing. I could never stream myself watching a Bears game. I could never do that.
I've gotten so used to it. It's weird when I don't. It's weird if I don't. I could never.
Yeah, I could never do it.
I'm either at the game or something. I can't not do it.
I get too angry and I just can't.
Lions
I wouldn't
Ravens.
be able to.
That's our next home game. Terrell Suggs Ring of Honor game.
Week 7's your next home game?
Yeah. No, we have.
You got a little 2-week road trip?
3, because last week we were in Cleveland.
Oh yeah,
at Cleveland, at Pittsburgh, then we go to London, and then we host Detroit for our next home game. We have a 3-game road trip during the year, and then we have a 3-game homestand later in the season as well. It's really weird.
Oh, that's nice. Schedule. That's nice.
Very weird.
Having it towards the end of the season, especially with you guys, because you're going to be going on the way to the playoffs, you know.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, no, you will never see me streaming during a Bears game ever. Ever. I will after the game, I will before the game. Never during. Never. No. I like to make videos when I watch the Bears game. Because what I can do if I'm at Soldier Field is if I'm here and I'm just watching the game at home is during the commercial break after the first quarter, halftime, end of the third quarter, end of the fourth quarter, I can make a video each one.
Right.
You know? And it's usually like And what could happen is like last week when I made the video after the third quarter and the Bears were up 21-7. And I'm like, this is
Michael
what I
made
like
a
to
video
see.
about when Gardner Minshew stepped out of the end zone for a safety, and his caption was "What a win."
That's how it goes. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to TikTok, man. It's fucking unreal. It's unreal. But I think we get into it, Josh.
Let's go. I cannot believe the NFL said, like, this is, I've never seen the NFL just straight up troll people the way they did.
After last year's game.
So funny that the NFL.
I don't know how. I don't know how this is prime time.
The schedule makers have a sense of humor. That's why. Before we get into the picks, though, something that I do on this on our Google sheet where I keep track of all of our records and all that is the amount of times that all of us have picked every team. So I think it's interesting. So I want to go over this real quick. Just something that's going to be interesting. All right. For 4 weeks, for me, there are only 2 teams that I have not yet picked to win. Only 2. You, the fans, and Michael have like 6 or 7 each. I only have 2, which is weird. Those 2 teams, I have not picked the Texans or the Chargers to win a game yet this year, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip side, there are 4 teams that I have picked every single week. The Cowboys, the Lions, the Vikings, and the Bengals. I have picked every week. And then for you, in terms of 4, you have picked the Bengals, the Steelers you have picked every week, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Vikings, the Saints, and the Cowboys. You have picked them every single week. And then you have not yet picked the Titans, Texans, Jets, Raiders, Packers, Panthers, Rams, or Cardinals to win.
I have a weird feeling, Josh, that Packers pick is going to stay that way for a long time.
Here, I'll show the sheet.
Yeah. I have a feeling that it's going to stay that way for a while.
Here, let's do it like this. You can see it. Zoom in a little bit. No, wait. Now you can't see everything. Make it back to 100. Okay, there. That is the amount of times everyone's been picked for every game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Michael has picked Baltimore every week, as well as the fans have. Here, let's do the fans. Fans have picked Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, Dallas, Philly, and San Francisco every week. Kind of standard, no surprises there. And then 0, they're yet to pick Arizona, the Panthers, the Raiders, Patriots, Texans, or Titans. And then Michael has picked the Ravens, Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, and Seahawks every week. Seahawks, really? And then he is yet to...
We have an interruption in the broadcast.
What? Come in here. What? Say that
again? A car right in front of the building, a Range Rover, is engulfed in flames.
Can I see it?
No, you gotta go out on the other side. I can handle it from here. There's fire trucks, police cars, everything. Everyone's out, the whole shebang of bangs.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
This is a Range Rover on fire.
Yeah, Range Rover on fire, yeah.
Outside of this building.
Yeah. Apologies, people, for my lateness. I slept through a test.
Yeah, well, you got with 13 minutes to spare, Noah. You made it.
Well, Wednesday we also got it too.
Yeah, next Wednesday we'll make it up. But yes, Noah is here. Yeah,
dude. So there's just a fucking car just spewing flames,
engulfed in flames.
That's insane.
Oh, I think my dorm had like that exact chair for your desk. Are you sending one of those right now, Joshua?
My mixtape. Just couldn't handle it.
So what's up, Noah? Welcome.
Jackson?
We've covered everything already, but actually, really the last thing left is the Thursday night game.
Daddy's
but
not going to be happy. Yeah, that's Daddy's gonna be right there. So what happened?
So,
dude,
how was the test?
So that just happened.
The test, I don't remember. I didn't study for it.
You just took it.
Yeah, and I don't remember it.
That's not a good sign usually.
That's not good. How are Josh's grades? How are Josh's grades?
He doesn't know, but bad.
How are your grades, Josh? Come on, all of us right now. Okay,
they're not.
Josh,
great.
you go first. Come on now.
I'll tell you right now.
Each class by class. Let's go.
I do not know. I don't know my grades, but
you don't.
I'm my guess is not great.
You ready to hear some legacy stuff right here?
All right, let's hear it.
First class, 100% A. Second class, 97.78.
What were these classes, Burns?
First one was broadcast news writing and reporting.
Okay,
Second
well, I
one
can
was
do well in that.
The second one was introduction to news technology. My
I
third
can do
one,
that.
I have a 92. I have an A. Introduction to visual communication.
I can do that.
And then my last one, because the guy hasn't graded any fucking assignments, I literally have a 0% because he hasn't graded a single assignment. But I turned in every single one.
What was the last one?
That's news and feature online production. He hasn't graded a single assignment.
Yeah. See,
and then
give
lastly,
me those classes, I'll do great.
mass media, law, policy, and ethics. I have a B in because fuck that class.
I can
Not
do well
bad,
in all
right?
that.
Yeah, what do you have, Josh?
I have English, health, psych, and communications. So it's
That
not
sucks.
going
What's your
great, Burns,
major?
and
What's
I
your
dropped
major?
English.
What's your major?
Well, it's gonna be communications, but I am in a program right now called the FTP, where I have to essentially qualify for the university.
Fuck the police. That's the program name. FTP.
Sure, that works too.
I got a 50.
Freshman
Wow.
transition program.
Josh does not like the police. Everybody, you just heard
Freshman
that live on
transition
air.
program.
You guys just heard that live on air right now. That's Josh's like third cancelable clip from the show.
I took an essay, right?
Well said.
European. I know I have epilepsy. Anyways, it was European history, and I had to write about torture and punishment from the 1700s, and I got a 59 on it because apparently writing about gay European sex is not good. So I had to redo it, and I'm waiting for his grade. But anyways, who we got playing Thursday night football?
Bears
What
Commanders.
the fuck is going on right now? What the fuck?
You're meeting Noah. That's what's going on.
Okay, let's get into the game. Let's get into it.
I got this cut in the basement. All right.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, Josh,
Oh,
pull up.
actually, hold on. Wait, we gotta get into this first. Is that Noah lives in the basement?
What
Noah's room literally is in the corner basement of his building.
I'm a basement dweller.
He is.
I thought that
He
he
got
lived with
put.
you. I thought that this was your roommate.
No, my roommate's the one who moved in with him. Essentially, I got a single room at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Why'd your roommate move in with him?
because his room's so much bigger.
No, it's not.
Oh, so you don't like
Yeah,
him?
it is.
Yeah, but with 3 people though, it's like a lot more. He sleeps on the floor though.
I know.
We call it the love dungeon.
That's wild. That's wild.
Sam Howell, 500 yards. Calling it.
Look at this. I mean, there's a real playoff history between you two, Burns.
Oh yeah, there is.
Most recently in
you beat him
1987,
fucking-
but
Yeah.
whole
First
lot
one
of
doesn't count.
playoff history.
There it is,
including,
right there.
obviously,
73
there
to
it is.
nothing.
Legendary.
73 to nothing. Legendary game right there.
Chase Claypool's probably gonna get cut.
Yeah.
If they can't.
Yeah, no,
find
he will.
He will get cut.
Their secret.
Does it say Noah on your shoes? Yes, they do.
Yes, in case they get stolen, they know the guy who they messed with. They
It's literally in purple marker and it just says Noah on it. Show the camera.
in case they get robbed. They know who's.
Is that on both shoes?
No, just one.
So what happens to the other one?
That's the only reminder they need.
All right, fair enough.
I heard Matt Eberflus also might get fired too if they don't win.
Should.
Yeah, he probably should, and he probably will.
What's your thoughts on Matt E? I want to get a Bears input on this.
He sucks balls, and he has no idea what he's doing with this team.
Like the answer.
That's the perfect way to sum it up. But look, so in one of my hands I have a Commander's hat, and the other one I have a Bears hat. And I'm just gonna
You
put
have
on
a
the one who I
Commander's hat?
think. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on the one who I think is gonna.
Hold
win
on,
this
hold on,
game,
hold on.
okay?
Before you do that, prove that you own a Commander's hat.
I don't, because the only hat that I need is the
Okay.
Chicago Bears. Because here's the thing, ready? There's a 99.9% chance that the Chicago Bears go in there and lose this fucking game. But I don't care because I'm a loyal son of a bitch, and I'll ride the Bears until I fucking die. And I got the Bears in prime time. Justin Fields, major game. The Bears look good, and the season's back.
Well, here's the thing.
What's the score?
I'm bringing back my legacy score, 100-0.
There you go.
I like that.
Because I got the over. I got the over because look, I got a lot of bets on this game, Joshua. I got a lot.
Lock of the week or no?
No, this is not my lock of the week. I do have an upset of the week for Sunday though, so be ready.
Good.
I have it planned out.
Speaking of which, right now, I am 4-0 on lock. Fans are 3-1. Michael's 2-2. You are somehow 1-3 on what's supposed to be your most confident pick of the week.
Because I usually pick the Bears to win or the Packers to lose. So that's why.
Upset of the week, I'm 2-2. Michael's 1-3. You're 0-4. And on Lone Wolf picks, I'm 3-2. Michael's 3-6. The fans are 3-0, and you're 1-2.
It's always a good week when the Packers lose.
It always is. It always is. And
Christmas. I don't even celebrate Christmas. This is horrible.
Are you Jewish too?
Yep.
No way. What the fuck, Josh? Where are all your friends Jewish?
We met at camp.
Jewish camp.
Dude, that's insane. Like Josh is just like that's so wild to me. That's cool.
Yes.
We're just spawning.
But look,
Baltimore also is very. There's a lot of Jews in Baltimore. A lot of Jews in Baltimore. Baltimore and New York.
So we got Justin Fields over 194.5 passing yards. We got Bears money line. We have the over at 44 points. And we got the Bears plus 5.5. We got Bears money line. Both of those are just straight. Cole Kmet first touchdown. DJ Moore over 0.5 receiving touchdowns.
Cole Kmet is a dog. I've liked him ever since he was drafted.
He's a beast, dude.
He's become a beast. He wasn't at first, but he's become one.
No, he wasn't, dude.
Going into the 2020 draft, I was looking, because there was that was the COVID year, and so there was a lot of hits, misses, and swings. Some players really took a long time to develop too. Like Herbert off the gate did really well. Burrow. What is happening with side note? What is happening with Burrow right now? Is it just that ankle injury that's just
it's calf? But yeah,
it's they're in this endless loop where they keep on playing him, but he's not 100%. And if they stop it, then it's going to be even worse. They're just like in this little 9 circles of what. But anyways, I always like Cole Kmet because I always thought he was a very versatile tight end. Pat Freiermuth too. The next year, I always kind of look at the tight end prospects because, a lot of them are very, interesting. Like, Mike Gesicki was improving every year and then hit a brick wall when Mike McDaniel came in and stuff. Has he done anything this year either? I don't think he's done.
Hunter Henry's really the...
Yeah, Hunter Henry's really been the one taking it over. But I've always been a huge fan of Cole Kmet. I thought it was about time that he finally gets, some real playing time and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do not like Matt Eberflus. I thought he
sucks.
I thought he kind of rode the coattail of Rodgers.
He's a terrible coach. He's a terrible coach, but hey, the train's back on the wagon starting on Thursday. We're back. It should have been back on Sunday, but the offense is going to go in there. And Justin, he has his confidence. He has gotten his confidence back.
That was the type of
game that kid's going to ball.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what
Justin
happens.
Fields is going to ball. What do you think, Josh? Who's your pick?
Washington.
Yeah, unexpected.
I mean,
I don't know about Sam Howell. He gives me mixed feelings.
Have I picked the Commanders yet this year? I don't think I have. Let's see. Oh, I picked them once. When did I pick them? Where did I pick them to beat?
You might have picked them.
Oh, I picked them to beat
against the
Denver.
Cardinals. Oh, you picked them to beat
picked
Denver.
them against Denver.
Oh. Gotcha.
So yeah, they are. There's nothing even about Washington that I can say that I even like. I mean, it's not like they've looked very good this year. They haven't. But
I like Terry McLaurin.
Terry's a dog.
He's always
and their defense is too. Their defense is great, and that is the thing with Justin Fields. How's he going to do against this Washington pass rush? He's going to have it coming for him. Chase Young is back, and he looks like Chase Young. Obviously, Jonathan Allen, Jerome Payne, they got guys there.
I can line up on the line for you, Burns, if you need. I got you.
Good. Good. We need more offensive linemen. Besides Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright's been locked down, baby. He's been good. He's been damn good.
But yeah, give me Washington. I'll say 17-13.
17-13.
Yes.
Wow, you really think it's going to be like a low-scoring game? I think it's going to be a shootout. I think this is going to be a fun game.
Want to know my pick, Burns?
We'll be live for it.
What?
I got Bears over the Commanders.
Let's go, Noah. That's what I'm talking about.
Game-winning touchdown by Justin Fields. He runs it in on the side over Chase Young. Book it. And if I'm wrong, don't book it.
There you go. Well said. Well said.
Hey, I don't know if you're much of a diehard Bears fan in the chat right now, just spewing shit about the Bears out your mouth. That's not very diehard of you. But
No, it's not.
No,
it is
it's not very diehard.
It's not very much faithful.
Isn't Tevin Jenkins back?
I don't know if I think he's back tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. He's either back tomorrow or he's back next week 100%, but he's off of IR. I'm praying to God that he's back because we need him.
Yeah.
Kevin's a beast, dude. Yeah. But
he's got that mean spirit too, which you don't.
I'm excited because I love seeing the Chicago Bears on Thursday Night Football. I love seeing the Bears on primetime. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
We already went over all that.
And I want Justin Fields to show the whole nation what the kid's got. I want him to just ball.
I want to see it. Just because I'm giving up on him doesn't mean I'm not rooting for the kid.
No, I know. I want him to do what he did on Sunday and just fucking ball. That's all I want to see.
It.
As a fellow epileptic person, Justin Fields to Noah Davidson, I've always been a huge supporter of Justin Fields since he was drafted because there was always Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and then he slid all the way down because of Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance.
Never should have happened.
No, it never should have happened. It happens every year, like Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson, stuff like that. But here's the thing, though. If you want to go look at some highlights, the best game that you can imagine from Justin Fields was against my Miami Dolphins last year, where they got screwed. I'll admit, they got screwed out of a PI. That was horrible. I would have thrown my hand through the wall if that was my team. That was a masterclass by Justin Fields. He ran the ball. He threw the ball perfectly. He has potential.
He does.
He does. But the question is, can he put 2 good weeks together? We've yet to really see that. If he can put 2 good weeks together, so he has another really good game against a good defense, that he can prove that he's playing against good defense. Because let's be honest, Broncos defense is not what it was last year. But if he can play against a good defense and he can play serviceable, even, I think just getting the win in general is going to be a huge, huge monkey off of his back.
Right.
Because right now he's got all Chicago pretty much calling for his head.
We're getting close to a year without a win.
They're already calling for Caleb Williams. So, imagine.
We just need one win.
That's all you need is just to get 1 win back into the swing of things. Whether you're going to make the playoffs or not, you need to show.
That ship has sailed.
I know, but I'm saying you need to show that, you're still capable of playing not only for the Bears, but in the NFL too. He's basically playing for his career right now.
He is not basically. He is playing for his career. There's no basically about it. This man
and I'm very confident. I'm very confident in the Chicago Bears tomorrow.
And so, I think if they can get that win and Justin Fields, doesn't have like a 4 interception game, I think that they'll really help out not only Fields, but the whole entire Bears team because they've gone through a lot.
I'd love to see it.
They just need 1 win. The Bears need 1 win, and this team will have so much fire in their chest.
Yes.
It's gonna be like if they won on Sunday, that would have changed the whole narrative with the Chicago Bears. And they're sitting at 0-4 right now. They need 1 win, and the train's back on. That's all they need.
There's just so many, things that could have gone wrong this season for them. That's just gone wrong, pretty much. Like Chase Claypool shows no effort, pretty much. I was never a fan of the trade to begin with, and at least the Bears are admitting that, we messed up. We're just going to cut ties, not keep on trying to play him as your number one because that would hurt it even more. I think that's what hurts up the team chemistry. But if you can get a win, the best thing a team can do that's winless is get a win.
Yep.
You don't want those moral victories. You want an actual victory.
Yep.
And that's when
we need an actual victory right here. The Bears need to go in there, win this game. And then you got Minnesota at home who's looked shaky this year.
True.
You could cause some controversy there. And then right after that, you're at home again against the Raiders, who have also looked shaky this year.
People forget how easy your schedule is.
They do. And then you play the Chargers on Sunday Night Football, which you'll lose that game. But
Jesus, how many primetime games you guys have this year? 3
we have
4.
2 Thursday night games, a Sunday night game, and a Monday night game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The Ravens and Bears have the same.
Chicago's a big market, man. They pull in the numbers. They pull in the numbers. That's why.
They do. That's true.
But all right, I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
Yes, it is.
It's Bears tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining. We really do appreciate it. And we'll be back here to recap the Bears' hopeful victory on Friday at 2:30 p.m. Central
And coming
Time,
back
and
to
we
a
will be
full show on Wednesday.
Fins up.
Yeah.
Up. I won't-
and we will be talking about all the games for Sunday also. So
Yes.
be there on Friday at 2:30. Bear down. Let's get it done. Deuces, boys.
All right.